Communicating with Vadzimu, a guide to ancestor veneration in Zimbabwean spirituality. Understanding Vadzimu, our ancestors. In Zimbabwe and other African spirituality, Vadzimu are the spirits of departed family members who continue to play an active role in the lives of the living. They serve as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual realms, offering guidance, protection, and blessings to their descendants. Preparation, cleansing your spirit and space. Physical preparation. Before approaching your ancestors, it's important to purify yourself and your space. 1. Bathe with intention. Use water mixed with traditional Bude inshona or herbs like mutekara or mugwava if available. As you wash, visualize negativity leaving your body. 2. Wear clean, modest clothing, preferably white or neutral colors that show respect. Remove shoes when entering the sacred space. 3. Cleanse the sacred area. Sweep the space where you'll communicate, whether it's a family shrine, there, under a muhacha tree, or a quiet corner of your home. Mental and spiritual preparation, 5 minutes. 1. Clear your mind. Sit quietly and release daily worries and distractions. 2. Set your intention. Be clear about why you're seeking connection. Is it for guidance, gratitude, protection, or healing? 3. Approach with humility. Remember that you come as a descendant seeking wisdom, not demanding favors. The communication process. Step 1. Creating sacred space. 5 minutes. Choose an appropriate location. Traditional shrine, there. If your family has a designated ancestor space under a muhacha, monde, or musasa tree, these are considered sacred trees, a quiet corner of your home. Dedicate a clean space with a mat or cloth. Place your offerings on the ground or on a clean cloth. Common offerings include snuff, bute, fodia, traditional beer, doro, wawa, water in a clay pot, rapoko or millet, a white cloth. Step 2. Calling the ancestors. Begin by clapping your hands in the traditional manner. 1. Clap slowly and deliberately. This is called kuombera or ritual clapping. The rhythm varies by region and family, but typically involves cupped hands creating a hollow sound. 2. Call them by name. Start with the most recent ancestors and walk backward through the generations you know. Sekuru, Ambuya, Mauyahe, grandfather, grandmother. Have you come? Include their clan names, Mutupo, and praise names, Mitupo. 3. State your lineage. Identify yourself. Indini your name, Mwanawa, parent's name, Muzukuru wa, grandparent's name. This establishes your connection to the ancestral line. Step 3. Making your offering. 2 to 3 minutes. Present your offerings with reverence. 1. First snuff. Place a small amount on the ground or designated spot. Explaining Ndinweza Fodia Yenyu. I bring your snuff. 2. For beer. Pour a small amount on the ground first, then place the container nearby. 3. Speak as you offer. Explain what each item is and that it comes from a place of love and respect. Step 4. Speak in your heart. 10 to 15 minutes. This is the core of your communication. Speak naturally in Shona or your mother tongue. Express gratitude first. Ndino tenda nekuti divirira. Thank you for protecting us. Acknowledge blessings, health, family, livelihood. Remember them and honor their memory. Present your concerns or requests. Be honest about challenges you're facing. Ask for guidance in decisions. Request protection for family members. Seek clarity in confusion. Ask for healing if someone is unwell. Share family updates. Tell them about births, marriages, achievements. Inform them of family struggles so they can intervene. Let them know they haven't been forgotten. Important principles. Speak from the heart, not from memorized words. Use respectful language. Be specific in your requests. Accept responsibility for your actions. Ask for wisdom, not just material things. Step 5. Listening and receiving. 5 to 10 minutes. Communication is two-way. After speaking, create space to receive. 1. Sit in silence. Quiet your mind and simply be present. 2. Pay attention to thoughts or ideas that suddenly come to mind. Feelings of peace or clarity, physical sensations, warmth, tingling, dreams that follow in the coming night, unusual occurrences or coincidences in the following days. 3. Trust the process. Ancestors may not respond immediately or in expected ways. Step 6. Closing the ceremony, 3 to 5 minutes. Properly conclude your communication. 1. Express gratitude. Thank your ancestors for hearing you. Ndi notenda sekuru, ndi notenda ambuya. Thank you, grandfather. Thank you, grandmother. 2. Clap again. Use the same ritual clapping to signal the end 3. Pour water. If you haven't already, pour clean water as a final offering. 4. Leave offerings. Don't immediately remove what you've placed. Traditional beer and snuff should be left. Food can be left for a time. 5. Exit respectfully. Back away from the sacred space before turning around in some traditions. After the communication integration ongoing 1. Record insights. Write down any thoughts, feelings, or guidance received. 2. Watch for signs. In the days following, pay attention to dreams, especially vivid ones featuring deceased relatives, repeated symbols or messages, unexpected help or opportunities, answers coming through other people. 3. Take action. If you received guidance, honor it by following through. 4. Maintain the connection. Regular communication strengthens the bond. Weekly or monthly check-ins are valuable. Special occasions, holidays, anniversaries, times of major decisions or transitions, important cultural considerations, when to seek guidance from Vadzimu. Personal communication with your family. Vadzimu is the foundation of this spiritual practice. Your own ancestors know you best and can guide you in most situations. Regular communication keeps the connection strong. Family matters are best addressed directly with your Vadzimu. Personal challenges and decisions can be brought to them. They can provide protection, healing, and guidance. Senior family members who maintain the traditions can help you deepen your practice. Respect family protocol. Some families have designated members who communicate with ancestors. Follow your family's specific traditions and customs. If unsure, consult elders about proper procedures. Respect both maternal and paternal lineages. Christian and traditional practice. Many Zimbabweans blend Christianity with traditional practices. This is a personal choice. Some pray to God while honoring ancestors as intermediaries. Others keep the practices separate. Find what feels spiritually authentic to you. Remember that honoring ancestors is about love and connection to family. Common mistakes to avoid. 1. Approaching with impurity, being drunk, angry, or having just engaged in sexual activity. 2. Making demands, coming with entitlement rather than humility. 3. Forgetting regularly, only calling when you need something. 4. Disrespecting offerings, using inferior or inappropriate items. 5. Ignoring guidance, asking for help but not following through. 6. Breaking taboos, violating family or cultural prohibitions. Final thoughts. Communicating with Vadzimu is not about superstition or fear. It's about maintaining connection with those who came before, honoring their sacrifices, and seeking the wisdom they've gained in the spiritual realm. This practice strengthens family bonds across generations and keeps cultural identity alive. Approach with love, respect, and sincerity. Your ancestors want what's best for you. They are your eternal family, watching over you always. Vadzimu Vanogara Vakakutarisai. The ancestors are always watching over you. This guide reflects common practices in Zimbabwean spirituality, particularly among the Shona people. Specific customs may vary by family, clan, and region. Always honor your family's particular traditions. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos like this.